Within the wing, I know there's frustrations in emergency services, so I'm going to put it out on the table, okay, with qualifications. We're addressing, and we will continue to address, across the board, areas where wing staff has implemented unwritten regulations, okay? That's a frustration. Why? I'm a mission scanner trainee, and I submit my documentation, and it says I must do this. UDF is even better, or ground team is better. And I submit my documentation. Where does it say the type of mission I have to do? It's not written anywhere. It says 2 mission participations, right? It doesn't say I have to have a ELT and another type of mission. It says 2 mission participations. So if it is a requirement that you participate in specific type of missions, we need to write that in a supplement. Because the membership doesn't understand. We may understand, the commanders that have been in the program for a while, what the purpose is behind it, right? Because we're trying to make the organization better. But the membership who's new, who did what's on the paper, doesn't understand that, why am I being made or told that I have to do this? It's not here, it's not written. So we're addressing that, okay? It's gonna take time. But it is on my radar. And those are areas that we're gonna look at. Now, with the same comment, as commanders, and I address commanders because it is a commander's call. There's some folks from SLS and there's cadets. But as commanders or leaders, because we're all leaders within the unit, it is our responsibility to ensure the documentation, whether it be emergency services, promotions, professional development, you name it, documentation that's sent forward for approval, whether at the group level or at the squadron level, is properly documented, okay? It's the most frustrating thing for me to send something back because it's missing a signature. Believe me, I've received documents for my approval. It's not even signed by the unit commander. So I send it back, well, you know, the dog ate my pen. You know, no, we need to do it properly. And I'm all for expediting things. And I can tell you that I've taken personal attention. I go into e-services and I look. I don't approve promotions or specialty tracks and so on until those directorates, those directors at the wing tell me, send me an email or call me or text me or communicate to me through the chain of command that it's okay to approve. However, I'm watching because if it's been in there for a week and I've not been told anything, someone's not doing their job. Now they're going to get an email from me saying, hey, a little reminder, little nudge, okay? And I do that all the time, okay? At the same time, I'll give you another example of areas where I need your help, okay? I think this is a Group 5 example. And I want to share one. We get a request for a mission radio operator, okay? It goes through the chain, the unit submits it, the group validates, and then it goes to the wing for approval. It's an initial qualification, okay? So when the wing gets it, they make sure that, yes, the person who signed them off is a skilled evaluator, right? It's approved, got it, check. And there's 2 missions on there. Well, we need to validate, not because we're required when we go through the wing inspection, compliance inspection, which by the way is next February, they come and they pick 10 persons over the last period, whatever period they want, and said, I want to see those records. So they may look at Colonel Garcia's record on Mission Pilot and see, okay, how did he get qualified? Who approved it? Let's look at his missions. So this is a great example, this mission radio operator. So the wing staff, the op staff, goes in and says, okay, the member says, and the chain of command says, he participated in mission 14T1234. That's an example. They go into the mission, right, where we have no control of. We go into the mission and look at all the documents that the incident commander submitted. How many ICs do we have here? Okay. How many have you participated in missions? Okay. All right. Well, when you get to a mission, one of the first things you do is check in, right? You sign in. You show your 101 card, you show your membership, they check your safety education, perfect, boom, you're good, move on next, right? Well, the only way that we at the wing level can validate that the member participated and gets proper credit is that if they sign in. So if we go to the mission to validate that Colonel Garcia participated in this mission, and there's no check-in sheet, how do we validate that Colonel Garcia was there? You can't, okay? So if he said he was a mission pilot and we go, okay, well, there's no check-in sheet, maybe the incident commander forgot. So let's look at the sorties. Did he fly? We look at the missions, no sortie for Colonel Garcia. So how does he get credit for mission pilot for his revalidation or his initial? If we at the wing can't, there's no way of us, other than you telling me that you were there, well, that's, the verbal doesn't work, and it won't work for an inspector from the Air Force. That's area of concern right there. All they need is one. Of the 10, all they need is one record that's not complete. So we have to push it back. And now we can get into this whole, well, here's a thing, here's the other. No, we need to do our member, not only do we need to do these events, but we need to make sure that it's documented properly, okay? So the paperwork, just like when you're flying or you're on a mission, going to an event and so on, is documentation is as important as going out there and flying. Same thing with aircraft ground handling. Just because you got back, it's not less important to ground handling than the actual flying of the mission. Believe it or not, most of our mishaps are happening during ground handling, with our aircrafts are during ground handling, okay? Over insignificant and unnecessary situations, okay? So, and we can't control that. I can't control that. Colonel Rosenberg can't. The unit commander can't. Only the member creating that culture with our members, that it's important that if we're going to think about safety and look at those things, okay? And don't put themselves in the situation. It's tough. You know, the last thing I want is to have to ground a pilot, okay, over something so simple, all right? So I know that's a frustration. We're addressing it, but we at the wing level need the help of everyone within, from the members all the way up through the chain of command. We need everyone's support in making that happen.